Hello everybody. If this is your first time coming across my channel, my name is Al and I live in Wisconsin, and today we have temperatures in the 60s and you can hear in the background the wind, but the wind is anywhere from 40 to 45 miles per hour. Also in the background you can hear my wind chime, so I'm talking a little loud so that you can hear me above the noise. But I want to talk with you today about the concept, know who you are. Know who you are. Do you know who you are? It's important that you know who you are because people are always telling you or trying to tell you who you are. Telling you you're not that, you're not this, because you don't have this, or you don't look like this. I mean, how silly is that? So that's why, again, it's important that you know who you are. God created all of us. He created all of us. So there's no one on this earth who know you like God knows you. There's no other voice that we need to hear but His voice, because He tells us who we are. If we are His children, that's who we are. We are His children. And that's all we need. We are His children. And with that, we can go out and do the things that He wants us to do. Why? Because if we are His children, He's guiding us. And we're going to have battles. We're going to have wins. We're going to have failures. But I always say, even when we fail, it's a win. It's a win because we know that God has our best. He has our best. Jesus is with us all the time. He said that He would never leave us nor forsake us. So He's with us all the time. So we pray for something, we don't get it. It's a win because He knows what's best for us. There's something there somewhere down the line that He doesn't want us to come in contact with. But yeah, it's important that we know who we are. I remember when I was about to graduate from high school. I was 18 at the time. And a friend of my family and also a friend of our neighbors one day asked my neighbor, well, what is she going to do? Referring to me, what was I going to do after I graduated from high school? And she told him, she'll probably be just like the rest of them gals. And what she meant by that is that, unfortunately, a lot of the young girls in my neighborhood had gotten pregnant. They weren't married, and so they didn't go on to further their education. So she thought that I would be in that kind of a situation. So the friend of the family came back and he spoke to my grandmother and he told her what she said. Mind you, this lady, she's in her 70s. She has children older than my mom. And she's saying something like this about me. So he told my grandmama, and my grandmama told me. I just, at 18 years old, and looking at this 70-some-year-old woman who would just think that much of me, to say that about me was kind of, it's undescribable. Undescribable. that she would even think that low of me. Mind you, this same lady, she had a daughter maybe about a year older than me. We would just, from an early age, we'd go out and play with each other, just have fun together. But she had low expectations for me. But you know what? God had other plans for me. He had other plans for me. Since I became aware of myself when I was young, I was in the church. I grew up in the church. At an early age, you hear things and you don't fully come to understand the meaning behind certain things until you get a little older. But as I began to get into my teenage years and I'm listening to the pastor, the Lord gave me understanding. So I knew who I was. I was his child. And I can tell you, not only did I graduate from high school, but I went on to further my education. But it's only because of him. He has taken me places that I would never have dreamt of. Never. So if somebody is telling you or trying to convince you that you are less than, just block it out of your mind. Block it out of your mind. Pray and keep moving. And if these people are telling you that, you don't need to be around them. You don't need to be around downers. Because downers are all around us. Just keep focused on God. Know who you are, because you are valuable. You are valuable to him. Remember, he sent his only son, Jesus, into this world to save us. And as Jesus said, he'll never leave us or forsake us. He's always with us. And he is. He is. I just want to encourage someone to know that you're valuable. You're not less than, because you're God's child. And that's all that matters. So go out and enjoy your day and move forward, knowing that it's a win-win situation when you're in God. I'll see you next time.